Hey everyone, so I'm back again with another video, and this time around I have another story to share with you guys. Pretty much, I'm just gonna tell you guys a story and then ask you guys a question afterwards. So today I'm going to be talking about my very first comic book. That is the first comic book I ever purchased. Now, I honestly can't remember if I ever read a comic book before this day or after this day, but this is the very first comic book that I ever purchased that I still own to this day. Um, I still own it as well, not to say that it's the first one that I purchased that I still own. Um, it's kind of lame, but for me it was kind of special. Uh, the first comic that I ever got is actually a Simpsons comic. It's Simpsons Comics number 62. It's from September 2001, so kind of a strange time to get it. But yeah, it was in and around that time. I believe it was right before school started, and I actually, um, let's see, 2001. I was in grade 5. I was just starting grade 5, and yeah, I love The Simpsons. I actually carried this around with me for several days after buying it. I would carry it around with me everywhere, and I would reread it over and over and over again. It was just a very short comic. I believe 3 basic stories. Um, I even have a little portion of it cut out here for some reason. Just saw that now. Don't even remember why. But this here is what sort of drew me into reading comics and collecting comics. Um, Sad as it might be, considering that it's a Simpsons comic and it wasn't anything more worthwhile, but at least the Simpsons comics were entertaining to me because I did enjoy watching the TV show. And with this, I continued collecting more Simpsons comics and I expanded to the rest of the Bongo comics. I got Futurama comics, Bart Simpson comics, Bart's Treehouse of Horrors, and all the other sort of side stories that they did as well. Now I didn't get them every month, but I got them as often as I could, and usually it was every other month. And I just got into collecting comics, keeping up to date with the stories, even though these ones here were just serialized, and most of them were, of course, non-canon because they were just ridiculous things like Bible stories. But I still loved getting it, waiting for the next issue, just to see what happens next. And for me, the switch to another comic series, or I suppose you could probably call them just proper comics, it didn't come for me until about 2005. So 4 years after I first started reading comics, when I started buying Superman, The Adventure of Superman, and Action Comics near the time of uh, what was it, the when they sort of consolidated the Action Comics, not Action Comics. Sorry about this. I'm just trying to remember it again now. When they consolidated the Superman comic and the Adventures of Superman comic into one single Superman comic, right after the 1 year event. That's when I sort of took off on reading comics steadily and collecting them more so. And I started going to more conventions, started picking up even more comics, started buying comics in bulk, and now I have this massive collection. At least massive in terms of my other collections. I have just about as many comics as I have video games, and that's a pretty big collection to me, to be honest. Now, hopefully, I can continue getting more comics and keep up to date with the stories of the comics that I do follow. But there are other things in life that are more important to me at the time being, that take priority over reading comics, which kind of sucks, but uh, you have to do what you have to do sometimes. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, I have a question to ask you guys. I want to know what your first comic was. What was the first comic book, comic strip, graphic novel? What was the first thing that you read or started collecting? Please just let me know in the comment section below, and we can talk about it. Um, as always, leave comments in the comment section below. Anything you'd like to say, comments, questions, suggestions, ideas, anything at all, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Also, check out my 300 subscribers contest. It'll be linked in the description below. And one last thing, check out my Facebook, Twitter, website. They're all linked in the description below as well. And that's it. See ya.